y'all. I'm so happy. Thank you for coming out to open mic for free. You're welcome. You're welcome. Round of applause if you've been here before. Okay, round of applause if it's your first time here. And now we all know why you're here. We all know why you're here. So when you all were checking in, I had a little thing that said sign up here for free tickets or to sign up, and 4 people signed up. So the rest of you all are assholes, okay? But to those 4 people, you just got a free ticket to come back to a regular show. I'm going to tell you who you are. Jeff. Whoever Jeff signed up. There you go, Jeff. Free ticket right up here. Will you hand this back right here? Who else we got? Rose. Rose, where's Rose?
Thank you for being a friend. Live stream. Can you hold it for me?
We got George. Where's George? And Michelle Miller. Y'all, thank you for signing up to my mailing list. And like I said, the rest of y'all are assholes. But anyway, no, you can sign up on the way out, and that way you can find out what shows are coming up. I am actually going to be here. I'm going to work out a little new joke that I've got as well. But you can find us online. Follow us on Facebook. I will be headlining later on in December. I'll probably have Godwin open for me so everybody comes back out. How about that? I was like, we are sold out for a free show. And y'all are also cheap, let me say. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm very excited. Give your comics that have been here all night a round of applause. This was an amazing open mic. We do this for the comics. They're coming out, working out new material. They're kind of auditioning. A lot of comics got booked tonight or are going to get booked from coming up here and you know, still hanging out. There's a lot of comics. Give it up for my servers tonight. Maya and Sherry have been running this place, so please take care of them. Please take care of them. So before I bring the man of the hour up here tonight, I will tell y'all, I wanted to come up here and work out some new stuff. I was here yesterday, and I had my little goddaughter here, and we were getting some work and getting ready, putting the red carpet out for you all tonight, you know. And, you know, she was talking about she just lost her first tooth. She's putting it under the pillow, you know, for the tooth fairy and stuff. Y'all remember all that? I didn't blow that for anybody, right? We all know. Listen, I was not a good tooth fairy as a mom, you know. I was not a good elf on the shelf. I did not do things like that well, you know. Those are the hard things. I was terrible with that. Y'all remember losing your first tooth? Oh, yeah. You remember losing your first tooth? How about your first adult tooth? Yeah. Remember that? Yeah, you're not there yet? That's where I'm at. I'm over 50. I lost my first adult tooth. I mean, I just last week, I'm not kidding, it just happened. I bit down, something hurt, and I was like, what, that was my tooth. That was my tooth. I went to the dentist the next morning. They did some work on it. I was in there for hours. It was so painful. I just had to go through all this stuff. Then they put a crown on. We tried to save it. We did. But I was in pain. I've been in pain. I'm on drugs right now, y'all. Just so you know, like, it's been a lot of pain. So I was at the dentist again, like several days later, and she's like, I don't think we're going to be able to save it. They had to extract my tooth. That was just, it was terrible. It was terrible. At least it was one of those back ones. But here's what happens, and I didn't know this. I used to be a dental assistant in the 90s. But you know what they do when they extract a tooth? They put a bone graft in there. Have you heard of that? You know what that is? They get human bone, and it's ground up. This is disgusting. So again, this is new material. I don't know if I'm going to use it on stage or not. But it's so gross. It's ground up bone, human bone. And then they pack it down in there where that hole is. And then they do all this stuff. And I was just like, oh, it's just gross for bone graft. I don't know what all it does, but that's what they do. So I got home that night, and I was thinking about that. And I was like, God, I got a strange bone in my mouth. And listen, I've always seen the face of the bone that I've had in my mouth before. This is a first for me. But I was, you know, I'm really weird, and I manifest things, and I was like, man, I hope it's good bone, you know? I hope it's from a good person. I hope it's smart bone. I hope it's funny bone, you know? Happy bone. I woke up the next morning, and I had this horrible taste in my mouth, and I was like, it was ass bone. That's good. So gross. That's it. That's my new joke. That's all I got. All that $1,500 trying to save a tooth and I get 1 minute of a joke out of it. That's how comedy works in this town. So you all have stuck it out. We've gone way over for what we usually do for open mic. I do hope that you all please sign up for my mailing list and come in here and keep coming in to laugh. But I'm going to bring up someone very special to all of you all. So y'all, first of all, get ready for this one, okay? Godwin means a lot to me. He found this place when he was going through some struggles in his life, and found a place where he could go and laugh and try to, go through his emotions and stuff like that. And that is this place. So we became friends, and this has become a very special place to him. So it was an honor to do this, for him to say he's coming up for the first time to make his comedy debut for his family and friends tonight. So, and listen, you all have endured this, and I'm so excited. So y'all, please put your hands together for the man of the hour coming up here to make his stage debut. What are you doing? Still sitting there. Get up. Get ready. Are you asleep?
Get in. Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Godwin Kelly.
They're supposed to play Gimme Shelter. God damn it. Cristy, you're supposed to play the beginning of Gimme Shelter, and then I strut up here. It's okay. First night. First of all, let me tell you, I enjoyed the hell out of the other comedians that came up before me. I thought they were great. It's with the one exception, the guy with the purse talking bad about Pomco's. I think he fuck himself. Sorry. I don't remember your name, but I hope I don't get in a fight in the parking lot now. God damn it. I wanted to do a drinking game tonight, and I wish I had talked to Cristy about this. Every time the word fuck was used, I wanted everybody to drink. And now it's too late, really, because everybody's drunk. I don't know. But she's right. I want to thank Cristy and Michelle for taking me into their bosom. It feels so good in there. I love those women. Okay, now I get to the cards. I had this one joke that I did about Cristy. I said if she looks like the love child of Peter Dinklage and Marilyn Monroe. She kind of reminds me of the Hawk 2 girl. So I wrote a bunch of jokes for her about the Hawk 2 girl because she looks a little bit like her, and she never used them, and it kind of made me sad. Oh, Cristy. This place, I'm going to get a little serious. This place is important. My wife was terminal, and I was doing home hospice with her, and a group of my friends I call the Palm Coast Girl Squad. You know who you are? Back there, somewhere.
Yeah.
They dragged me out of the house and brought me here. I'd never heard of this place, and thank God, because it was a lifesaver. I was here the night J.J. Walker was here. And that was so much fun, and I forgot about everything for like an hour, and it's because of those people. So thank you very much. So the elephant, I heard a comedian use this expression earlier. The elephant in the room is, I'm a 2-time widower. And so I wanted everybody to know that if any woman out there that's looking for marital bliss, followed by eternal life. There's a sign-up sheet at the door. Leave your name. We'll get to you. Okay? So, I've lost 2 wives in my life, and I expect if I get married again and I lose a 3rd wife, I expect Keith Morrison from Dateline at my door. Curious case about Mr. Kelly. He gets married, his wives die. I don't know. That's life. So, my daughter's here, Kaylin. She's she's a little older than my other kids because she's 4 or something. And these next group of jokes are about her, and I apologize, Kaylin, ahead of time. So, when I was 29, I lost my first wife to cancer, and she left me this beautiful 4-year-old daughter, and it was just tough, trying to raise this girl. And matter of fact, I have 2 beautiful daughters. Ellie Kelly is my other daughter, and both my daughters keep asking me who their real father is. Yeah, it's true. I mean, you look at this, and you see pictures of them, they look like they're models. So, I don't know what's going on here. So, anyway, Kaylin. So, I'm left with a 4-year-old, Kaylin. She's a wonderful kid. And but she has a thing about Publix. There's something about Kaylin and Publix that just didn't work for us. I took her, I was holding her, and we went by the seafood area, and the smell made her throw up on me. All here, all the way down, and it was all drippy. And it got like all the way to my belt. It was so much crap. Oh my God. I could see lunch and dinner, breakfast, snack, just rolling down my chest. That was also, the Publix was the first time she had to go to the bathroom in public. And I was like, what am I supposed to do? She can't go in the woman's room because she's only 4. She can't go in there by herself. I can't go in. I want to, I've never been in a ladies' room before. So I had to think fast, and all I could think of is, we're going to the men's room. You're going to hear things that you've never heard before in your life. You're going to hear grunting and moaning. You're going to hear splashing. You're going to hear some words that you can't repeat, Kaylin. So I used my hand, I covered her face, and I took her into a stall. And she's so small that I had to hold her to go pee because I was afraid she was going to fall in. That would be like a real bad mess, So I already had to. And then I had another experience. This is my favorite one at Publix. I had her in the cart, and we were rolling along picking up stuff, and we got to the very last aisle, and a woman was going the other way, and Kaylin blurts out, "Hey, Dad, that lady's really fat." I mean, she's really fat, Dad. Look how fat she is. Look at the rolls. I'm like, Jesus. Sorry, I'm a widower. This is my child. I'm trying to raise her right. Didn't go over too well. the other thing about Kaylin, I love this story so much. My wife and I got a Nintendo, and that was back in the 80s. It was state of the art, but the controllers had a tendency to break. So I didn't want Kaylin playing with my Nintendo. And finally my wife said, "You're going to let the goddamn kid play with the goddamn game. God damn it." And I'm like, "Okay, play with the game." So we put her in front of the TV set, turned on the TV, turned on the game, and handed Kaylin the controller. And she's like really excited. I mean, super excited to play this. And so we turn it on, and we go, "Okay, Kaylin, Pac-Man's going, play the game." So she sits there, she's staring right at the TV set, and she goes, "Fuck, fuck, 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 fuck me, fuck, 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 fuck." And that's how my wife and I played Nintendo. Oh, Jesus. All right, here's a good one. We're going to get off you now, Kaylin. The night I lost my virginity. Shit. Son of a bitch. Okay. I think I have to grab the microphone for this one. So I'm 16 years old. I'm working at the Ocean Pier. Does anybody remember the Ocean Pier back when I had rides? Okay, I worked there. I worked the rides. And I had a blast as a kid. Went to Seabreeze High School. My parents had this rundown shack that they called a house on the beach. But to me it was, great. I had the best backyard in the world, filled with young women. Oh my God. So many women. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. That's my virginity, yeah. So I'm working at the pier, and there's a girl I'm running both rides, and there's a girl in the ticket booth named Teresa. I don't want to use her last name because I don't want to be sued. I've been sued too many times. It's just getting old. Anyway, so Teresa says, "Hey, you want to go out after work?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah. What do you want to do?" And she goes, "Well, I'll buy some beer," because she was old enough to buy beer. I was 16. And so she went and bought beer, and we went back to my house. And we drank beer. And we got frisky. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. And I'm like, I had no idea what was going on. I swear to God, I had no idea. If you're a virgin, I'm sure there's a few in here today. So you don't know what you're doing. And so she got me drunk, and she took advantage of me, which God bless you, Teresa, wherever you are. And so we're naked. I'm trying to figure things out, like on the fly, like this goes there, this goes there. What do we do? And thank God, this is an important part of the story. The house was so old it didn't have a light switch on the door or near the door. So there's no light switch near the door. That's important. So we finally make that connection. That wonderful, sweet connection. Oh God, I still remember. And I'm like moaning and groaning, and Teresa's like, come on, you're gonna be fine, come on, keep working it, keep working that ass, come on. Because again, I'm a virgin, I don't know what I'm doing. She's giving me all these instructions, And I hear the door downstairs. We have a 2-story house. I hear the door close, the outside door closed downstairs. And I'm like, oh shit, it's my sister. And I'm going, Teresa's moaning, I'm groaning, there's all kinds of noise. My sister comes to the door, and she opens the door and she goes, and it's pitch black, thank God. And she goes, Godwin, are you okay? And I'm like, yes, get the fuck out of here, please. I'm okay, don't worry about it. And so the moral of the story here is that my sister thought I was in peril, but in reality I was in Teresa. I ain't done yet. I just had to use the microphone for that one. So my second wife, who just passed away, she was very gullible, and I would love to play practical jokes on her. And the funniest one I ever did was our honeymoon in Hawaii, second day in Hawaii. I excuse myself, I go down to the lobby, and I see the lobby phone. I don't know if they have those these days. And I'm like, oh God, you gotta do this. So I go to the lobby phone, and I call our room, and I go, my wife answers, I go, hello, Mrs. Kelly, this is the front desk. I'm so sorry to tell you this, but must vacate the room immediately. We're overbooked, you must leave immediately. My wife was so pissed. She's like, God damn it, you son of a bitches. This is our honeymoon. What the fuck are you, I mean, she went on for like 3 minutes, and finally I just broke down. I go, it's me, honey. And she's like, fuck you, God damn it. Now I'm going to take you to Atlanta. I traveled a lot as a sports writer, and I was in Atlanta for a race, and these 3 guys that were older than me said, we're going out to dinner, and then we're going to go to a club. I'm like, okay, fine. So we go to some barbecue joint, eat dinner, and then we go to this place called the Cheetah Club. Anybody know what that is? All right, so all the female dancers are completely naked. And every time they blow the whistle, there's a dancer that appears on your table. And you can't touch them, you can look at them, no touch. So I'm like, is that you, Teresa? Now, in comedy, that's called a callback. I'm learning on the fly, Tristan. So, after we were there like an hour, we were there like 4 hours. We get back to the car, and the guy driving the car, pulled out of the lot, and we end up at a stoplight, a really long stoplight. And there's several women on the corner in these little tiny skirts and the heels like this, and one comes over like this to the driver's side and sticks her hand in the car, grabs the driver's crotch. I'm in the back seat. I have nothing to do with this. Take the 4th, the 5th, whatever the law is. And the woman goes, hey, you guys looking for some fun? And all of a sudden, a police car comes up right behind her, and she looks at the police car with the lights on, and then she goes, excuse me, boys, and then she runs back to the car. And the policeman, there's 2, the guy on the passenger side rolls his window down and goes, were you trying to get a date with those girls? And the driver of the car, who will remain unnamed, said, I don't want to get sued. He said, no, we were just talking. He goes, that's a good thing, because if you got them in a hotel room, you find out their dicks are 4 times bigger than yours. And I had that reaction. I was like, oh. I mean, I felt dirty and like icky and all this stuff. Oh. Anyway, we got out of there. All right, and then I'm gonna end this with one of my favorite stories of all time. As a traveling sports writer, there's my buddy Ken Willis. He still works at the News Journal. He's a columnist. We went to a race in Indianapolis, and we went to our favorite restaurant, Rick's Boathouse, if anybody's familiar. It's a great restaurant on the reservoir outside of Indianapolis. And we sat at the bar. We had ordered dinner. And we were sitting there drinking beer. And all of a sudden, these 2 women come up, and they sit right next to Willis. And Willis he's a funny-ass dude, I gotta tell you. And he starts chatting them up, and he's talking, they're laughing. And after about 10 minutes, Willis pulls back so the women can look at me, right? And so the woman next to Willis goes, "Hey, are you guys married?" And Willis goes, "No, we're just dating." And I got one more, and it's not on a card. It's a recent experience. I've heard all these dick jokes and shit. And when I send a woman a dick pic, it's Dick Cheney. Yeah. I always say, okay, here's my dick pic, send that. And then I send Dick Cheney. And I go, this is my dick pic. Anyway. Yay, Dick Cheney! And there's one more thing that's been bothering me. After hearing all these dick jokes, god damn it. And this is all true, unfortunately, but I'm suffering from ED. So I went to a specialist here in Ormond Beach, and I got on the table, I was naked, from the bottom down. He comes in, he takes a look at my dick, and he's like, "Oh my God, this is serious, man." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Is this like something that's going to kill me?" Or, he was very serious. He goes, this is really, I gotta have my assistant. "Charlie, come in here and take a look at this dick. Charlie, come here, look at this dick, man. You've never seen anything like this before." The guy comes in and he's like horrified. He's like, "Oh my God, what are we gonna do?" So then they call in the nurse. Jane, come here and look at this dick. You won't believe this dick. This dick it's miserable. It's dying. It's dying on this man. So anyway, I'm being treated for ED, and it's not helped as I go into the dating pool to say, I'm 68, I'm a widower, and I have ED. So anyway, that's my life. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for being here. I want to remind you one more time about Wednesday, the night before Thanksgiving, our beer prov night. And then we do have a murder mystery show coming December 5th. It's a Thursday night. It is the most wonderful crime of the year, a Christmas-themed murder mystery show. And please follow along.